Okay, everything's up. Let me make sure my sound is working. Give me just a minute. Working and see if we can get some people to get in here. I'll start really getting into it in just a minute. Bear with me real quick. Okay, sound's working. You know, give me a sec. I need to send an invite. Just waiting to see if my friend is live. But I guess I'll go ahead and I guess I can go ahead and kind of start getting into a little bit of the gist of as far as like, what's going on with, kind of, I guess, the point of my chat or the point of this live stream. So to kind of give kind of a gist of what's going on with the live stream and what brings the question, who brings down black creators and nerd geek in the nerd geek sector? I guess I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of context so we can kind of give an idea. Salute Matt K. Salute Matt K. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. So there was a comic book creator there's a dude by the name of Air D July. He's a YouTuber, goes by the name of Young Ripper 59. Couple years ago, what his the purpose of his channel is that, he goes over a lot of things in nerd culture, comic books, stuff like that. And he just had enough of how comic books seem to go into this little woke direction. So he just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start my own comic book company. Prime times two. Salute, brother. Salute. Thanks for stopping by, man. So anyway, this is what happened. So he said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start my own comic book company. And so after 2 years, dude started using his own money that he was getting from YouTube, started writing his own stuff, and then he actually paid a professional artist to actually start doing the drawing for his book. And there he just started making the book. And a lot of times on his channel, he would say, my book is coming soon, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. And come July, dude makes an announcement that the book is done and that he's taking pre-orders. And I actually seen what the book looks like. Looks good. Like, I'm actually gonna buy me a copy. But anyway, so the dude makes a campaign, to basically take pre-orders for the book. Within 2 days, dude's already at $1 million. Yeah, after like 2 days, he already hit the $1 million mark. And a lot of people on YouTube and Twitter were losing their fucking shit for the simple fact that this dude was making a comic book and he was going with the whole non-woke thing that DC and Marvel comics are doing. And, he's just trying to write books just to write books for the simple fact that he loves comic books and he likes to tell stories. Yeah, I know it's a trip, Matt K. Like, right now, the campaign right now is sitting at 3 million. Like, as of today, it's sitting at 3 million. Dude already made 3 million. So what happened was you had a lot of these a bunch of people in the woke crowd trying to basically say that his comic book is woke just because the main character happens to be a black man. And it's kind of like, how do you know the dude's book is woke without even reading the book? He hasn't even released it yet. Some bullshit. But anyway, so, after, he was getting a little bit of backlash, as far as the book, from there was another black comic book creator. I think his name is Manuel Godoy. I think that's how you say his name. Yeah, for real. Hey, yo, what I'll do, Matt K, is I'll probably see if I can if you go on YouTube, look up Young Ripper 59 or go on ripperverse.com, and you can actually see what the book looks like and the character looks like. And if you check on Young Ripper 59's YouTube channel or just type in Ripperverse, he actually gives a breakdown of what the book is about, and it actually seems pretty. It seems pretty interesting. Like it kind of gets like Luke Cage, Grand Theft Auto type of vibe. Even though it's got other superheroes that fly and shit, but still, like, just kind of the setting, it gives off like a Luke Cage, Grand Theft Auto type vibe, and maybe a little bit of a Black Lightning vibe. Not so much, but yeah, like more like a Luke Cage. Like, I can tell, like, the artwork or the style of the character was inspired by Luke Cage. Fernando Lyons. Nah, man. I never heard of Fernando Lyons. Definitely I won't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get put on to that because I go heavy in the comic books. Like, I'm heavy into comic books, whether it's Marvel, DC. I'm heavy in the comic books. Like, I go hard in the paint for comic books and anime too. But anyway, so this dude named Manuel Godoy, who was the creator of a comic book company called Black Sands, and this dude started throwing a lot of shade at this guy, and a lot of it. And what I mean, like, he was throwing shade, like, he was bringing up the fact that the dude was a libertarian conservative, and like there was a picture of Eric July posted up with him and Kyle Rittenhouse, and basically saying, look, I can't support this guy because he's a conservative. And I'm kind of like, okay, what the fuck does that have to do with this comic book? Like, why the fuck we gotta throw politics into this shit, man? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we just have people just write a book, for fuck's sakes, man? Like, does it always have to be politics, bro? Like, that's my issue with that. Is that that this dude was attacking this guy just because of the fact that he aligns politically a certain way. And then it's like, yeah, it made me feel some type of way, and I kind of hit home a little bit. Hey, salute a random. Hey, thanks for stopping by, brother. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, honestly, yeah, it pissed me off when I heard that shit, because I'm like, what does this dude's fucking politics got to do with shit? Like, the dude just got tired of what Marvel and DC was doing, so he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own shit. You know? Foreshadow Entertainment? I bet, man. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna look that up, man, because one thing I'm gonna say is this. When it comes to anybody that's creating comic books, I'm all for supporting it, man. I'm all for supporting people's comic books, especially Black comic book writers, because there's not a lot of Black comic book writers or comic book creators. In fact, the last comic book creator I could really think of that was legit was Dwayne McDuffie. Now, if y'all don't know who Dwayne McDuffie is, let me get y'all up to speed. Dwayne McDuffie is the dude that created a comic book company known as Milestone Comics. And what's Milestone Comics? Milestone Comics, it pretty much consisted of mostly African American superheroes, and just not just African American superheroes, but other superheroes that were really diverse. So, like, you even had a superhero that was a trans man, but was a shapeshifter. And you had a dude by the name of Icon, who basically was like Black Superman. Oh, and he's also the dude that created Static Shock. Why the fuck didn't I just lead with Static Shock? If I led with Static, y'all would have known what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, that dude revolutionized comic books. May he rest in peace. And that was one of my inspirations when I was younger. And, like, I want to say, like, middle school, I was writing comic books, drawing comic books, like, I was real heavy into that shit. And I want to say maybe about ninth grade. I want to say about ninth grade, whenever I moved to this other school, and it was like mixed with, it had a lot of it was predominantly Black at that school. And a lot of Black kids would put me down, make fun of me because, I was a nerd. I was in the comic books. I used to get made fun of for that shit. It was like, being black and being a nerd at the time, it was like one of those things like you get made fun of, you get clowned on. You know, it got to the point where like I quit wanting to write comic books. Like I just gave up on it before I can even start. And it kind of made my mom really feel sad because like she knew when it came to like me writing stories and drawing that I had a natural talent for it. And I gave it, and I just gave it up because I gave into all the bullshit that other people were telling me. So it's like that's why I asked the question, like, when it really comes down to black people in nerd culture, like, is it really white people that bring black nerds down, or is it other black people that bring nerds down? I really asked that question, and and I pondered on it for years. Like I've really, really like just asked myself that for years. And I really want to see if I can get somebody's take on it. Like I really want to see if I can get somebody's take on it. Let me see if I can figure out how to post. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this link. I'm gonna go ahead and post the StreamYard link in the chat. Just in case anybody wants to come up and tap in on it. But yeah, like it was back to like what was going on with the whole thing with Young Ripper and the dude from Black Sands. So the dude from Black Sands was bringing all the dude's political alignment up and then calling this dude a fucking Uncle Tom, a fucking Sambo, like pretty much any little thing you can say to try to bring somebody else down. That's what he was saying. That shit pissed me the fuck off because it's like, and it's just like you can't turn around, be a nerd, be yourself without somebody having to label you with something, And now I'm over it. Like me as a grown adult, I'm over it. I'm 36 years old. I've had plenty of time to live my life. And I've accepted the fact that I'm a nerd. Is what it is. I like comic books. I like anime. I love video games. Is what it is. I don't ever let nobody shame me into that shit. But it was just why is it that we're not like we don't really influence that on some of the younger kids. Like I'm not saying that's just black. That's not. I'm not saying that's every black person. Like no, fuck no. By no means, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I can tell you right now, my mom had me watching Star Trek when I was a kid. She had me watching Star Wars and shit. In fact, my mom embraced the fact that me and my brother were fucking nerds. For the simple fact that really it was better than us being out here on the street getting into all types of trouble. She'd rather us be reading comic books and drawing than being out here on the street. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at that. And that's why I always ask that question, let me see. Bro, that's facts. That's facts. Black nerds are the most successful black people right now. That's the funny part, bro. It's like we real quick to shit on the black nerds when they're kids, but watch when they get older, they the motherfuckers that are running shit. And that's just nerds in general, dog. But yeah, that's facts, Matt K. Fucking facts, bro. That's just how it is, man. And I think honestly, like, and it also brings me to another thing of why I asked that question too, because we real quick to bitch about how some people write like black characters in comic books. When it's like non-black people writing black characters in comic books, we're real quick to bitch about, oh, well, you're making this character token. Oh, you're making this character stereotypical. And it's like, well, let me ask you this. Why is it that y'all aren't out here creating these said characters? Because let me tell y'all something. When you talk about how Black Panther, first black comic book character ever created, was probably one of the coolest black characters ever created. probably the best. Matter of fact, the gold standard. But a lot of people that don't read comics don't know that Black Panther was created by a white man, just like Black Lightning was created by a Latino man. So like, it's like that's why I always ask that question. Like, when we find that shit problematic with how people create certain characters in comic books, why the fuck aren't we fucking making a comic book company? But then when you have one person that creates a said comic book company, you real quick to start tearing this motherfucker down. Like, bro, it's like, miss me with that bullshit. You can't say that you can't clown one person for doing one thing, but when they set out to do said thing, like, what the fuck, bro? You gonna start fucking shitting on the dude just because he's actually executing something instead of talking about it, you know? Hey, salute Chase Bank, brother. Salute. Thanks for dropping by, bro. Really appreciate the support. But yeah, man, anybody can tap in on this, man. Like, I really want to get people's opinions on this. I really want to get people's thoughts on this, because this is something, again, I've been marinating on this shit for years. And I mean, like, for fucking years, man. And once I saw that shit happen on Instagram, where Emmanuel Godoy just shit on Eric D. July just because it's not a freaking comic book that's all inclusive to Black people, but he made it for everyone. And I don't really think that's an issue either, because at the end of the day, when you're in business to make fucking money. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, you're in business to make fucking money. And when you start to gatekeep who can read who can buy your product, the only thing you're doing is you're cutting yourself at the fucking knees. That's all you're doing. You're cutting yourself at the fucking knees. But a lot of motherfuckers don't see it that way. A lot of motherfuckers see it like where they want to be edgy, they want to be woke, all this shit. Yeah, sure, you can do all that. Nothing wrong with being woke. There's nothing wrong with writing woke comic books, but it's just there's a thing that there's a principle that Stan Lee always followed, and that principle was this: hey, salute Outcast Havoc. Hey, bro, I dropped the link if you want to hop on, bro. If you want to tap in on this, man. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So there was something that Stan Lee said, is that when he writes his comics, it's always story first. Be a good storyteller. Politics and shit can be in the background, but storytelling always has to come first. That's just what it is. Story has to come first. And that's just kind of like, let me try to give an example of an instance like that. The X-Men, prime example of a woke comic book, because again, Professor X and Magneto were basically supposed to be based off of Malcolm X and MLK, and on their different views of how they want to be accepted in society. You know what I mean? That's basically all that was. So it's like, there's a way to write woke comic books. And now I'm kind of what's the word I'm saying right now? I'm kind of going off track, because I can do that talk another day. I can get into that whole conversation another day. But like I said, man, like, why is it that when you have a successful Black man, and like, why is that Black man always get torn down? And then it also begs the question, like, seriously, is it really white people that do tear down other successful Black men, or is it other Black people? Because it's just like last night when in A Random's chat, when he was talking about Gilbert Arenas, about how he's successful, and how even at post NBA, he's making all these moves with podcast with his YouTube podcast and all those other business ventures. And then on the other hand, we're talking about, and I hate to say his motherfucker's name because I don't even like to bring his name up, because dude already gets under my skin. But yeah, Kwame Brown with the whole thing with how he's just being a hater instead of you know congratulating the dude and be like, yo man, what did you do to get that success? Because I want to replicate that shit. Yeah, yeah, I can agree with you on that. I can agree with you on that, Chase Bank. I can agree with you on that. And salute to father son's play, brother. Salute, salute. Appreciate the support. I can agree to disagree. I can agree with you on that. I do think it's a little bit of both. I do think it's a little bit of both. Hold on, I got somebody in the background. Oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna bring my homeboy in real quick.
What's good?
Hey, hey, what's good, Havoc? What's going on, brother? Talk to me. What are your thoughts, brother? What's your thoughts?
So, I mean, I've tried to get into content creating many times. Like, I always got stuff that come up, but I've been in the communities. I've seen the rise and fall of people, and it's just like, what is it? I joined Twitch back in like 2000, 2000-ish,
Mm-hmm.
or 2005 or something.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say society has changed, been slowly changing, like for the last, I guess, 10 years. And
Yeah.
when society changes, you just got to look at how it's changing. And I think one of the bigger things is we're more socially like on the social media, etc. Now you got TikTok filters, all this other stuff. Back when streaming was coming up, you know, you just had to be good at video games to be just a streamer itself. Like no one was
Fact.
just gonna watch you just to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's fact.
now, you know, the market is saturated. Let's not like, you know, hide from it. The market is highly saturated. So not only do you have to be good at what you do, but you also have to have that production value. You have to have all these things, and I understand that not everybody has access to those things or they don't want to drop the money to have that higher production value. But that's the second thing, is that people don't really go out of their way to find communities, and I think that's the bigger thing, is that there really isn't no, you know, coming together and having a community. I watch some of the bigger streamers, like Mizkif, Asmongold, was it OTK? Do you know about
Mm-hmm.
OTK?
No, no, no. You gotta put me on to him, bro. You definitely gotta put me on to him, bro.
So what's interesting is OTK. They're like they basically upgraded themselves and became a organization, or a .org, and I'll get into that later. But basically, all these gamers, like top streamers, they mostly were in the WoW community, basically playing Diablo, WoW, CS:GO, whatever you call it. They were skyrocketed up to a whole nother level. I think Asmon goes like maybe number 2 or 3 right now on Twitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you what's really funny is nowadays, like if you go on streaming, guess what genre is making the most money right now?
I don't know. You got me right there, bro.
Just take a huge guess.
Oh no, don't tell me it's that stupid shit where you got the fucking where you got the stupid girls fucking streaming on Twitch with the fucking bikinis and shit. Don't tell me that.
Oh,
Uh,
my phone.
yeah.
Hold on.
Nah, yeah, bro. Hey, I mean, if you have to drop
Yeah,
off for a second, you can drop
this
off and
sun
drop back
ain't
in.
playing. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Oh, hold on one sec, Havoc. Hey, yo, father
So,
son's play. That's facts, bro.
uh,
That's
the
exactly
biggest
what it is, dude.
genre right now is just chatting, and it's not even like gaming or anything. So you have all these big time pro people that are literally stepping away You're stepping away from the big spotlight of gaming and just doing the just chatting.
Are you fucking shitting me, man? That's seriously what the biggest
Oh
genre
no,
is just
it's not that.
is
It's a lot
chatting?
of.
What the fuck?
It's like a TV show. It's like a randomness. Oh
Oh,
no, no, I'm good.
so it's a bunch of randomness, huh? Okay. Interesting. Brian Black, salute, bro. Salute, salute,
I mean, that's I
salute.
think that's what's really missing is that we just don't have a community. When it comes to oh, larger content creators, they're upheld by their community, and that's the only reason why they're as popular as they are is because they have a community, and that is not based off of their skill. Some of it's based off of production, but a lot of it is based off of community and people they know. But not everybody
I
has
mean,
that, you know.
yeah, that I can agree with, man. I can agree. I'm not even gonna fight you on that because a lot of times when it comes to, especially when it's like anything that's like entertainment industry, anything that's media based, whether it's like comic books, if it's like you know TV, music, it's about who you know. At the end of the
Right.
day, that's what it's all it's about. It's all about who you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how. Look at Black Sands. They on the come up. You know, on a secret come up. They already talking about making their own TV station, like getting their own network and stuff together. But I know the dude that was originally, the Black Sands creator, he was working on his stuff for the last 15 years. He just didn't have a way or a community to push him forward until recently. He started raising funds. He gathered enough money. Gathered enough artists, got voice actors, etc. Started pushing his content harder.
Yeah.
But before that, he really didn't have a community. I want to say he's a bit political. That's why people shy away from it because he does speak his mind whenever he wants. But at the same time, it's like every company goes through struggles, or I should say, community goes through struggles.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Stick with it, or.
Yeah. Hold on one sec, Havoc. I want to salute to my boy Dr. Magi, man. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Hey, if you want to tap in on this, Dr. Magi, because I know you're pretty knowledgeable with stuff with like video games and comic books and stuff like that. If you want to tap in, go for it, brother. Hey, I want to get your thoughts on this too, man. But yeah, go ahead, Havoc. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, what I was saying is basically uh, the higher people in the streaming community, they keep in their own community, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like they all know each other. Like right now, as we speak, probably the top 10% of streamers right now literally live in Austin.
I can believe that. I can believe
Like
that.
they all know each other,
Yeah, I believe
and
that because
that's how the
basically,
work plays too.
yeah, because basically Austin is like a freaking it's like a freaking I guess you could say a poor man's LA, if that makes sense. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But now, go ahead. What were you saying, man? I'm sorry.
but I mean that. I think that's another thing is that uh, it's just saturated. I think that's
Yeah.
one of the major thing is that you got to be super unique or have you either have to do wild things to get noticed, or you have to be extremely well at what you do, like pro
So in
level.
other words, what you're saying is either you got to be good at what you do, or you have to be on some fuck shit just to
Exactly,
get your name out there. That's some
pretty much.
bullshit.
That's
Yeah, I mean that
how the
makes sense.
majority of that, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like streaming wise, it's basically turned into reality TV. If you're not
yeah,
watching
yeah.
like sports, then you're gonna end up getting sucked into the reality TV show portion of it.
Yeah, and I've noticed that. And yeah, just for the record, man, I got nothing against the old Black Sands Entertainment, bro. Like, it's like again, like
Yeah,
I say, I got nothing against like anybody that has created their own media, their own companies, stuff like that. I got no hate against them. It's just the way how he came at Young Ripper was fucked up. That was
Right.
fucked up.
I mean, but
That
that's
that was
you don't understand. He's been doing that for years. Like that's him. That's
yeah,
him.
like bro, yeah, yeah. It was fucked up, bro. Like that's just how I look at that, man. It's like I get it, man. You don't like the dude's politics and shit, but
Yeah.
keep that shit to your damn self, bro. Like,
Right.
and that's kind of another issue I have with social media too. Is like everybody's real quick to freaking is really quick to talk. Is really quick to show their fucking ass, but when they get called out on it, then they want to fucking turn around and play the victim and shit, bro. Then they want to turn around and be like, oh, motherfuckers are attacking me and shit. And it's like, well, if you just kept your fucking mouth shut in the first place, because right now that dude is getting dragged on fucking Instagram right now
Right.
for coming at Young Ripper. And what doesn't help too is the fact that he's coming at this dude while his campaign is going on, and he's already hit the 3 million fucking mark.
Right.
You know, so it's like it's the timing and it's the optics. You know, like
Yep.
it's just already not a good look all around.
True.
And then the fact that he pulled that picture of him with Kyle Rittenhouse, that was a low blow. At that point, he was just being petty. I'm sorry,
Right.
that was just being petty.
So that's what I said. Like, back to what I was saying. When you get into that level of, social media wise, that's the thing. You can be undercover and be still doing amazing things. But when you get to that level of social media, how you stay up? How you gonna keep trending? Oh, you gotta create some kind of drama. And that's what I be thinking sometimes people purposely be going out of the way to make drama just so that their name, their hashtag, their whatever can be relative because that money will flow through because they are trending, not because of who they are or what they're doing,
Yeah.
but if I feel like he might have done that purposely just to keep the Sands logo trending to a certain degree so it can be promoted more.
And what sucks is he doesn't need to do all that because it's like it's already kind of known too. Like people already know about the Black Sands Entertainment. But
Right.
unless he's trying to really trying to expand, I mean
That's
that wasn't the
exactly
way
what
to
he's
do
trying to
it.
do. I
Huh?
mean, that's exactly what he was doing, trying to
And like
expand.
that I would say is this, if he was really trying to expand, that wasn't the way to do it.
Yeah.
That was not the way to do it because it's like you gotta remember, man, Young Ripper has a huge following, and it's not just black people,
Right.
is all people, white people, Latino people, Asian people. He has a bunch of people that follow him, dude. So it's like that was not smart.
True.
Mm-mm, that's like being a dude that's like 4'11" trying to fight the biggest dude in prison that's standing like 6'5".
Right.
Mm-mm. You gonna get your ass beat. There's no way around that. You gonna get your ass beat.
I don't understand how some people they be so headstrong. I guess maybe it's like a ego thing for social media. Like if you don't feel some type of way and people know you don't feel some type of way, you got to do something or people not gonna respect you to a certain degree. That's like politics, social media politics thing.
Yeah, and honestly, that's one of the things I stay like when it comes to me, and I know I'm gonna speak on shit on social media. There's two subjects I stay away from: politics, religion. I stay the fuck out of those damn subjects because of that. I do not need that smoke
Right. Because I
because
mean,
I'm
everybody
not
always gonna have an opinion on those things.
exactly. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody's fucking feelings because I will give motherfuckers a smoke and hurt their fucking feelings.
Right.
And I ain't trying to do all that, man. If anything, I'm trying to be more reformed. I'm
Right.
not trying to roast motherfuckers, dude. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm too old for that shit. I ain't trying to do all that, man.
I
And
mean,
like,
like
yeah, go ahead, man.
it's also the companies too. Like over the last years, some companies have been very active as far as like trying to create like its own community. And there's maybe only like maybe three, no, I say four communities that really have created like, or gaming communities that created like a decent community. And it's
Yeah.
like survived for like the last couple of years. And then we're seeing the fall of some of the communities, anything related to Blizzard. But uh, I mean, but that shows you like the level of content is not there. When you when you become a streamer and you become one of those streamers that just stream the same thing every day, all day, that's what those people are there for. So when you switch up, that's when things get kind of edgy. But at the same time, if you don't have that real community, then bad things are gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
So
that's facts, bro. I mean, that's just what it is, man. I mean,
right.
that's just how that shit goes, you know. Hey, it's all good, Matt K. Man, I get it, man. That shit be happening sometimes. Like, if you want, like, you can still hit the link if you want, man. Like, you can still hit the link, brother. I definitely want to get your input, man. Especially since I know, like, you're into like comic books and anime and stuff like that. You could definitely hop in, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, like, I don't know. These days, I've just already noticed that when it comes to just comic books, like I guess just with like comic book, just media in general, it's just gone down because it's like nobody gives a fuck about actually, it's like I was saying before, what like Stanley was saying whenever he was creating his comic books, you
Right.
know, story first, politics and stuff can be secondary,
You know
you
what's
know.
crazy is that I noticed that basically Marvel and DC switch places in that
Yep,
kind of sense.
yep,
Because
yep.
before, when Stanley was doing all his stuff, so many political like issues, like he didn't fight them or like agree with. He stated what he firmly believes in on his comics, like inside of every single last, or he hinted, the what the good things out of those comments were. He didn't,
Mhm.
he supported many different people. What is it? At one time, he was supporting the war, and then I think by the second war, he was like, "Nah, we're not supporting this." And then that was shown in the comics, with Captain America and all the other
Yep.
stuff that was going on. And then now with DC, fucking Zack Snyder. I don't know if you've gone out of your way to read, or if anybody else has gone out of their way to read his stuff. There's so many, like we've gone. Like I understand people try to stay away from politics and comics and stuff, but he specifically goes over morals, and I think that's what has switched nowadays. Like, and that's what makes it more interesting because there's no talk of morals in the superhero world. Superman talks
Yeah.
about, for example, Superman talks about, I don't like to shoot people or kill people or kill you. You literally, if an alien lands on Superman on Earth, what's Superman gonna do? He gonna kill them. He ain't gonna.
Facts, bro. What the fuck?
So
He's gonna murk that motherfucker. What are you talking about? He's gonna
what
murk him.
what happened to not killing nothing? But you just said, but but so that's what I was saying is that Zack Snyder is going on his way to write these stories to make to put morals into question, especially nowadays when we have so
Yeah.
much going on. And I don't know if anybody watched Justice League. That all of Young Justice
Which
is
one? Which Justice
the,
League?
the new Young Justice.
Oh, dude, that one. I don't know. For me, I don't
It's
know. The
super
first half
moral.
of it, yeah, the first half of it dragged, but then like when it came full circle, it got better.
Right. I mean,
Like that.
they're also setting up, for future stuff. I understand that too, but it's just
Yeah.
the fact that they're now making everything cohesive. Marvel is slowly getting it together, but they haven't done it so far in the comics. They've done it in the movies, but in the
Mhm.
comics, it's like slowly. They got to fix
Yeah.
X Men first.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, Doctor Mag. Yeah, Doctor Magic. I actually pointed that out. That was something I actually pointed out was like when we had Black Panther created by Stan Lee. And then let's not forget about Tony Isabella, the dude who was behind Black Lightning in DC. You know?
Yep.
So that's why I say, like, and that's what I was saying, like, at the time, we could have. I think in a way we probably could have done it. It wouldn't have been as mainstream, but I think as black people we could have done it. But the issue was, no, I just think, a lot of times nobody was really pushing for it at the time, you know?
Right.
But and that's why, honestly, when it comes to like black comic book creators, I will always say this, dude. Dwayne McDuffie is the fucking pioneer. He is the fucking, when it comes down to just doing a black owned comic book company and actually creating good black characters, Dwayne McDuffie is the godfather of that. That motherfucker is the fucking blueprint.
Right.
And I will leave it at that. Like, I would tell a motherfucker, change my mind. Change
So
my
how do you
mind on that one.
so how do you feel about the certain black characters that they are or they do have right now currently? How
Yeah.
do you feel that they're pushing it as far as like the movies? Do you think they're going about it right, or do you think they're still holding back? I personally think they're holding back. There's
Yeah.
a couple of, we could have had a whole Domino movie, and that would have been perfect.
Oh, bro, don't even give me, dude. How much time you got? How much time you got? Because because if you really want me to tap in on this one, I'll fucking tap in on it. If you really want me to tap in on this,
What was her name? The not Stargirl. That she was in a lot of Deadpool comics. It was like a running joke. But she's like super. She's more powerful than Miss Marvel, actually.
fuck, I can't
Um,
remember the name. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember her name.
is it? It's not Naomi. It's something else.
I
Uh,
can't remember right now. I can't remember
but
her
I
fucking
was
name.
like, they could have had her own movie, and then that could have spun off into the Deadpool series, and I think her movie would have been hella better than Stargirl's, whatever Stargirl was, or Miss
Bro,
Marvel was.
no, like I said, don't, like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna tap in, bro. I'm gonna tap in on this one. If I'm gonna be honest, I think we could have had Black Lightning a long time ago. The TV show, we could have had a movie for Black Lightning. Hell, we could have had Static Shock a long time ago. Cyborg could have had his own fucking movie a long time ago. But let's be honest, we all know what happened with the whole thing with DC and Cyborg. We know what happened with that shit.
Yeah,
So we're,
and
we're
nobody
gonna.
was. What was crazy is that none of the other stars spoke up about it because they were afraid they were going to lose their money.
Yep.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wanted to fuck their bag up. And then I'm gonna be honest. When it came to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm gonna be real about this. Falcon could have had his own standalone movie, and if you had a good writer behind it, you could have made that movie fucking badass.
They don't even know. I honestly don't know if they even know what they want to do with Captain America, because it's supposed to be leading to Secret War or whatever, but
Man,
they're so far off from that. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, what story are y'all trying to tell right now? Like,
bro, Marvel Phase 4 is shit. Marvel
I
Phase 4 is fucking shit.
I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Nobody
The
knows what the
storyline
fuck
is
they're doing over there right now, bro. Nobody knows how to utilize any of the fucking characters. And then don't get me started with that whole thing with them making Kamala Khan a mutant. They
they still gotta fix it.
whoever thought that was a good idea to use Kamala Khan to bring in the X-Men was smoking fucking crack.
They still gotta fix X-Men. Period. Like
They
that's
already ruined it before it even got started.
they gotta fix X-Men because that's the groundwork. In the comics, they fixed it somewhat.
No, they made it worse.
They
They
made
made
it
it
to where.
worse.
So what I'm saying, the future. Like, let's just say
Oh,
you get to the point where everything has happened, and now the X-Men are just chilling at their base. What's the future of X-Men? What's supposed to happen in the storyline of X-Men? Because it hasn't gone anywhere till recently, where the mutants kind of take over and stuff, and it's still kind of slow because we still don't know what the hell is gonna happen.
like honestly, I'm still fucking confused with the whole Krakoa shit. I'm
So
still
what?
confused with that
Oh,
whole Krakoa, the whole thing with Krakoa. With now, it's like when mutants get fucking killed, now they can fucking come back to life and shit. Like,
yep. Oh, it's gotten way
dude,
worse. It's gotten so. And the freaking was it Beast?
yeah.
Now, I honestly think Beast is a black character. Like, I don't know why they tripping. That man is the way he acts. They should just made him black. But he sat there and committed complete genocide And it's so
Oh
out of
man,
character. It's like,
you wrong for that, bro. You wrong for that, bro. How you
no,
gonna
no.
fucking do? No, you wrong for that, dude.
Hey,
You ain't shit for that,
you know they write certain characters, and you know they're supposed to be black, and but they just try to pass it off. Piccolo, for example, perfect example.
bro.
They try
What
to
what
pass
we
it off.
call? Isn't that already low key established on the low? Isn't that already established on the low that Piccolo's black?
I
We've
mean,
already like this is some shit that should even be debated,
we still haven't no one still ain't up and around for Mr. Popo, so I don't know what people tripping about.
man, bro. Bro,
uh,
why you gotta bring up Mr. Popo, bro?
because he's still relevant. He's still being put out on TV. He's still in Dragon Ball Super. So
Bro, I'm sorry. Every time I think of Mr. Popo, I think back to Dragon Ball Abridged.
exactly.
Because let's be honest, on Dragon Ball Abridged, Mr. Popo was OP as fuck. To the point where he had Goku fucking having fucking PTSD and shit. Bruh, but
I mean,
anyway, man.
there's
Yeah,
probably like maybe only 3 black movies, like superhero movies, that I'd be excited for right now. But it's not like confirmed. I think one of them is they're talking about how they were going to do the next Batman Beyond, and instead of doing the whole continuation of Bruce, the Bruce version, they're going to make what's his name, Fox? It's the dude
Luke
that was
Fox.
a tech. Yeah, they're gonna make his son the new Batman Beyond. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I mean, that would be cool. The only thing I can say is this, like, I know in the comics with, how they just did recently with Luke Fox being, not Luke Fox, Jace Fox being Batman. Like, I think
Yeah.
the way, I think, I don't know, I just feel like the way they kind of did that was kind of what the fuck. I don't get
Well,
it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. I like the character, but I just think the writing just sucks.
you know what's crazy is that the writing for CW, not counting Supergirl, the writing for CW is really good. But
Bro, hey, less we bring up Supergirl's writing, the better. But then again, I'm gonna keep that up. No, go ahead, and finish that. Because after that, I'm gonna keep that. I got something to say about the CW. I got something to say about that too.
right.
But go on, bro.
So they hint, like, they're really political. I don't know how Supergirl got passed, but they're really political on the other shows to a degree. But I like how they're still keeping roots to the comics. But they also hint at possible other TV shows that could be in the works or could be made into its own comic. An example of if you ever read The Darkest Night, did you ever finish that series?
Darkest Night.
The Darkest Night.
If
Anyways,
not, I probably. Which one was that? I read a lot of Batman books, bro.
it's the Batman Who Laughs. The Darkest Night is.
Oh, yeah. I gotta catch up on that one. I have the DC app. I'm gonna try to catch up on that one.
So one of the bigger things was in one of the universes of Batman Who Laughs, Batman was already looking for a Batman to replace him, a Batman that was stronger than him, but that can replace him, but not in our world.
Yeah,
And
you know what? Yeah, I did read through some of that.
So here's the irony of it, right? The
Yeah.
kid he saves in the new Batman movie, right?
Yeah.
The kid he saves is the same dude who Bruce later on makes him into Batman. The Batman that he turns into basically ends up in the dark multiverse fighting all of the freaking dark multiverse evil things forever. I would love to see a series about that or something, but the fact that this is the third time they hinted it on the movie and they hinted it on the TV show, I think, was it Titans? Because when I think one of the Robins hacked into Bruce's computer and it showed like these other kids that are being hunted
Yeah, it
or
was
whatever.
Titans. Yeah, it was Titans.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Titans. I remember.
His face came up again. I was like, they are hinting hard. Are we actually going to see like an actual Dark Knight multiverse Batman? But
that's a good question, man. But then again, I don't even know if Titans is going to be allowed to use Batman in a sense. They can use Bruce Wayne, but to use actually Batman, I don't know. And that's something that I think has been an issue with some of the DC TV shows is they can talk about Batman, but they can't really bring him on screen, if that makes sense.
right. And that, but I enjoy that they expand the knowledge of Bat, like his past more of like I enjoy Gotham a lot, but it's just
Yeah,
like
Gotham was pretty good.
they kind of like boil down to like the end of the movies. Like I think
Yeah,
most of the TV shows or comics basically push for either Bane taking over the city or Gotham being taken over by Arkham. Like it's either or, and then the storyline just kind of sticks there, and then I guess it's supposed to get swooped up by the rest of the Justice League stuff going on. But I really
yeah.
wish they would expand the actual storyline of both of them. You know?
Man, the less we talk about the shit going on with the Justice League right now, the better. Because what the fuck, man? What the fuck was up with that shit with killing off the Justice League?
I mean, Zack Snyder version was way better.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of people don't like the Snyder cut. I thought it was pretty decent.
It was
I
on
can't
point.
complain about it. Like, if we're gonna compare it to Joss Whedon's Justice League, nah, it was way it shit on it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying.
just
Zack Snyder writes in like you don't know what he's thinking until the end. That's the
yeah,
kind of writing he does, and to put his writing in the movie, it's really hard because you don't know the background. Most people don't know the overall storyline on what's really happening or what is to
yeah,
come. Shoot, for the
yeah.
longest, I was like, "This is linked to Mortal Kombat. This is linked to Mortal Kombat," and
Oh
then all
yeah,
of a sudden,
dude.
a new Mortal Kombat movie come out, and they're like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
y'all do with Mortal Kombat? Like, what happened with
but
that?"
I know. But let's
Y'all
be
just
honest. You know they're not gonna do it. They won't do it. They're not gonna do it. That's why with that I didn't even get my hopes up with that shit. And then since I got you here, have you been watching Superman and Lois?
I've seen clips of it. There's like parts that I want to watch because there's stuff happening on there that's never happened before.
Dude,
Like them going to Bizarro Land.
I'm gonna tell you
All
right
of
now, you gotta watch it. It's believe it or not, it's really fucking good. And after how that finale ended for part two, for season two, it solidified this version of Superman as the most powerful live action version of Superman.
oh, that's good.
Because he pulled off a feat that you've never seen any other Superman pull off.
I
And
think
what it
I
was,
think I know what you're talking about.
bad, like, because what happened was the chick that was supposed to be Parasite, she drained Superman of all of his abilities, and basically, if he were to recharge his energy, it would take him years. So
Right,
what happened was his brother just dropped him into the sun.
right, and he flew out of it. Yeah, they did that in the comic, and he got his new powers. You know.
Yeah, and then what he did is that whenever the parasite tried to absorb him again, this is what he said. He's like, take some more. And when she
Back.
drains him, it splits her in half. It splits her into to the two people that she was merged with, and
Yep.
then flies fucking at light speed back to Earth. You barely even see his ass fucking there. All you think you do, one minute you see Steel and his daughter there. Next thing you know, you see the two girls there, and he's like, keep them apart. Next thing you know, did they do that? Oh shit, that's crazy.
In the
Okay, hey,
comic,
thanks for confirming that for me, bro. And what happened was he flew like as the two Earths were about to merge, flew at light speed, hit the fucking ground, and fucking did the solar flare and split the Earths in two.
man, I just hope they just get better with their writing, and hopefully in the future they can get their shit together. I think it's just a writing thing too. Like
Yep.
the fact that so on the DC side, we had Rebirth that fixed the continuity of a lot of stuff, but we
Then when you
haven't
they
seen
did,
the.
and then when they did Dark Metal, it fucked the continuity up even more.
Well, no, they fixed it. They fixed it. I will give them that. So they basically made it to where everybody that has died ever is undone. Everybody that has died in DC that has been undone. Which
Let me rephrase that. Dark Crisis is kind of fucking up the continuity now because Dark Crisis is all over the fucking place.
well, that's what I'm saying. They still have some work to do.
Yeah, I think what it is yeah, they need to get some better writers. I'm just gonna say it. They need better writers.
Well,
Oh,
now
don't
that
even get started with the kryptonite chain, bro. We know damn well he can't wear no damn kryptonite chain.
oh god,
We know damn well he ain't gonna wear no damn kryptonite chain. Man, fuck that damn chain. And I already know where you're going. I already know where you're calling back to on that one, Dr. Magi. Fuck that kryptonite chain.
But I feel
But
like since they're doing the rebirth, they have a really good chance to actually rewrite some of the older comics, especially people of color. Static Shock. I'm still waiting on the new stuff to be dropped on that.
yeah,
I know.
because I'm gonna be honest, man, with that season one of for Static Shock, it kind of for me it I'm not gonna lie, like it didn't feel like Static Shock.
Right.
It really, yeah, the writing was just bad
Like I
because
said, they did more content, like more explanation on what the hell's going on.
yeah. Oh,
Because
the
back in
DCEU? Oh, dude, I don't even know what they're doing with the DCEU right now, man. I don't even know how they're gonna retcon any of that. If anything, the only movie I could think of that could retcon anything that happened in the DCU is the Flash movie. That's the only movie I could really see retconning the entire DCEU.
the Batman, like I said, Darkest Night, or the fact that the Batman, like I said, the multiverse in the DC, they need to do a Batman Who Laughs. Let's not even try to. They have to do a Batman Who Laughs movie to fix DCU. That's the only way they're gonna fix it.
And then throw in like the whole thing with the Omniverse and Perpetua and shit like that.
They would have to. They would
I
have
mean,
to, because
I mean,
that's the only way they can fix half the
yeah,
shit that's going on.
I can see it because I mean they kind of already did that on fucking on DC Universe Online. They already went to the whole Perpetua storyline and shit in the game where you even have to fight Perpetua.
Right, but
Yeah,
that's the thing. The Perpetua is not even the bad. She's like a mini boss compared to the other stuff that's coming.
yeah, because I saw that shit that happened where after that you come to find out that fucking Darkseid literally killed every last fucking like omnipotent character.
Right, and then you got Barbados.
Yep.
Barbados just messing up everybody. So
Yeah, like that motherfucker is just he just don't give a fuck.
zeros.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he just wants Bruce Wayne to do his motherfucking bidding. At the end of the day, that's all that is. You
But
know,
hopefully we get more content from the writers. I mean, some games are being nice about it. Apex, they all inclusive and stuff. But I'm just excited that we actually get a few games that have person of color, like just in the main. What is it? Forspoken? Name another main character that is black that's a lead character in a video game.
oh damn, you got me there.
Forspoken, I think, is probably one of the first. I
Yeah,
can't. I can't. I was going down my list in my head. I was like, I can't think of any, like any of
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Any zero.
yeah. And honestly, bro, and that's why, like, honestly, like, since I got you on here anyway, man, I'm just gonna freaking just kind of announce something that I got that I'm gonna have in the works. I'm working on trying to remember I don't know if I told you if you were here in the beginning where I was talking about how I was really into doing comic books. I was into writing comic books and drawing and shit. Well, I'm actually really considering getting back into doing that again, man.
It's worth it, man. It's a lot to get into. It's a lot of
Yeah,
storylines to go over, though.
yeah. Actually, you know what, Dr. Magi? Blade did have a game, but it was like the movie game. I think it was Blade 2 they did a video game off of. But it wasn't that good. It was on PlayStation 2. I remember because I used to see that shit at fucking Blockbuster. Yeah, I said Blockbuster. Yeah, I said Blockbuster. Anyway, but yeah, man, I'm actually thinking about doing it. As a matter of fact, whenever I do my streams when I'm playing DC Universe Online, the characters that I have, those are supposed to be the characters I'm kind of using as like for the comic book I'm trying to do.
All right, man. I don't want to take up your too much of your time. I know you have other people that need to get on here too.
Actually, no,
I'll,
bro, you're the only one that's up here, dude. You're good, man.
I thought there was more people that wanted to join, but I gotta
No, it's
go
not.
handle some business. So I'll be back if you're still live in just a bit.
I mean, I'm probably gonna drop off in a little bit, bro. But again, man, I do appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, no problem at all. Anytime.
All right, brother. Yeah, man, you be easy, bro.
You too, man.
All right, bet. Okay. Yeah, that was my homeboy Havoc. Yeah, if y'all haven't, man, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see if I can post a link to. I'll try to post a link to his channel. In the description box. Y'all check him out, man. He's also a fellow gamer. I do know him personally. He's a really cool dude. Yeah, y'all check him out, man. He's a really cool dude. But yeah, yeah, I mean that was really the point. That was really kind of the point of my stream. I do have a second channel. That's gonna be in the works, and I'm gonna have it to where like we basically shoot the shit, talk comic books, shit like that. And I do want to have it where on Saturdays I do want to do something like on a Saturday where we have like we bring up like two different characters, like comic book characters, whether it's anime, comic books, don't matter, like sci-fi, and we try to scale the characters and see who would win in a fight. Something like that. I would like to do those discussions, talk, to kind of give why you think this person would beat this other person's ass, and why you think that person would beat this other person's ass. So I'm gonna post a link to my second channel once I drop off here. I'm gonna post it in the description box. Um, but other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out from here because I got shit that I gotta do too. Because Havoc fucking reminded me. So yeah. Oh my god, my daughter. Oh, bro, you good, Doctor Magi, you good, bro. You're good, man. Like, hey, next time I'm probably gonna see if I can do another one, maybe a little bit, maybe next Saturday. I'll probably try to do another stream like this, man. And yeah, dude, definitely fucking tap in, bro. Cause I already know you know your stuff, man. You're knowledgeable on your shit, man. And yeah, I would definitely love to get you to tap in on this, man. No biggie, bro. It's no harm, no foul, man. But again, man, I do appreciate you for dropping in, stopping by. I really appreciate it, brother. Really appreciate everybody that stopped by. I do appreciate the support. Again, this was my first live stream. Never really done a full on like live, like not live stream like in my video game, but just full on live stream like this. This was my very first one. So I mean, just the fact that I had a couple people come in, really means a lot. So hopefully I can start doing more live streams in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out from here, man. Again, thank you very much. Real humble. I do want to shout out a couple people. I do want to shout out Stone the Builders Refused. Want to thank that brother for always supporting me. Random podcast. Really appreciate him stopping by. Same with Matt K, Chase Bank. Father Sons Plays. Dude, always stopping by supporting, dude. Same with Sebastian Shaw. Really appreciate all y'all for stopping by, man. Here we go. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's I love doing I love doing nerd panels, bro. I love doing that shit. Like I love shooting the shit about nerd stuff, bro. Like I've been a nerd since I was 5, bro. So I'm always down to shoot the shit, especially when it comes to nerd topics, man. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, brother. Again, really appreciate you stopping by. Y'all be easy. Take care. And I'll probably game a little bit later on tonight. Not sure what I'm gonna play. You'll know when it pops up, man. But till next time, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good one. Peace.